Hey everyone, gather round because I've got some truly exciting news for all us, longtime Days of Our Lives fans, and honestly, for anyone who loves a good heartfelt story with a touch of sparkle and romance. Our girl Jen Lilley, the one and only Theresa Donovan from Salem, is making a dazzling comeback. And while our hearts might still ache a little that it's not her, strutting back into the DiMera mansion or causing chaos at the Kiriakis estate, yet never say never, right? She's lighting up our screens in a whole new way that's got that same irresistible Jen energy we fell in love with years ago. If you've been keeping tabs on Jen's social media like I have, and let's be real, who hasn't obsessively refreshed her Instagram for any hint of Salem news, you probably caught that teaser clip she dropped recently. There, she was glowing with this caption that just melted me. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to be playing Ruby Robinson. Cue the squeals. That's right, Jen is heading back to the Hallmark Channel, and not just in some small guest spot. She's starring in a brand new original movie called A Royal Setting, premiering Saturday, March 28 at 8/7 SPE, with streaming the next day on Hallmark Plus. This marks her triumphant return to the network after a 4-year break, and from everything I've seen, it's going to be pure magic. Let's dive into what we know about this film because it sounds like the kind of escapist romance Hallmark does best, with a fresh twist that plays perfectly to Jen's strengths. She steps into the role of Ruby Robinson, a world-renowned gemologist who's not just any expert. She's got dreams bigger than the stones she works with. Ruby's passion is designing jewelry that tells a story, that pushes boundaries. And when she's called upon by none other than Prince Luca, played by the charming Dan Jeannotte, to restore the royal family's priceless crown jewels and even create a modern design for his own crown, you can feel the stakes skyrocketing right from the start. Picture this. Ruby arrives at the palace, tools in hand, ready to breathe new life into these ancient treasures that have been passed down through generations. But tradition hangs heavy in those gilded halls. The Queen, Luca's mother, is all about preserving the old ways, the classic settings, the history etched into every facet. Enter Ruby with her innovative ideas suggesting bold, contemporary touches that honor the past, while looking firmly to the past, future. Luca, who's clearly torn between duty and his own desires, is immediately drawn to her vision and to her. The two of them spend long hours poring over sketches, examining gems under soft lamplight, their conversations shifting from professional respect to something deeper, more electric. Sparks, oh, they're flying everywhere. You can already imagine those classic Hallmark moments, the lingering glances across a velvet-lined display case, the accidental brush of hands while handling a priceless sapphire, the quiet confessions under a moonlit garden. But of course, no royal romance is complete without obstacles, and a royal setting delivers in spades. Ruby's modern approach doesn't just challenge the status quo, it risks outright displeasing the Queen. One wrong move, one design that's deemed too revolutionary, and Ruby could see her career in tatters. Worse, it could jeopardize whatever budding connection she's forming with Luca. The prince is caught in the middle, torn between his mother's expectations and the woman who's awakening. Something in him he didn't even know was missing. Will he stand up for Ruby and her artistry, or will the weight of the crown pull him back into line? And what happens when palace intrigue starts whispering that this gemologist is getting too close to the throne? The drama builds, the tension mounts, and you just know there are going to be those heart-pounding scenes where everything hangs in the balance, maybe a confrontation in the throne room, maybe a stolen moment that changes everything. What makes this so special for Jen's fans is how perfectly Ruby seems tailored to her. We've seen Jen bring such fire and vulnerability to Theresa, mix of scheming, ambition, and genuine heart that made her one of the most memorable characters in recent days' history. Theresa was always larger than life, whether she was plotting to win Brady back, navigating the messy fallout with her schemes, or showing those rare glimpses of real love and regret. Ruby feels like a softer, more polished evolution of that same spirit, a woman who's talented, determined, and unafraid to shake things up, even if it means risking it all. Jen has this incredible ability to make you root for her characters, to feel their joy and their fear, and I have no doubt she'll bring that same emotional depth here. Plus, reuniting with Dan Jeannotte, they worked together before in Paris, Wine and romance adds that extra layer of chemistry fans are already buzzing about. This comeback comes after a quieter stretch for Jen on the Hallmark front, but she's been far from idle. She's poured her heart into family philanthropy and even some faith-based projects, including her new devotional book, Wake Up Your Faith, and a ministry initiative. But stepping back into this world of cozy, uplifting romances feels like coming home for her and for us viewers, who've missed seeing her light up the screen. And while a royal setting isn't Salem, it's got that same sense of high-stakes emotion wrapped in beautiful settings and heartfelt connections. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what about Theresa? What about Days of Our Lives? Jen has been open in recent interviews about how much she loves the character and the cast. She said she'd return in a heartbeat if the timing works, especially now that her schedule has some flexibility after not renewing an exclusive deal. She's talked fondly about Salem, about how Theresa was delightfully weird at times, and how she'd be game for a longer arc down the road. So while this Hallmark movie is the big news right now, the door to Salem isn't slammed shut. Who knows, maybe after Ruby wins over the prince and saves the crown. Yells. Jen will surprise us with a Theresa sighting because soaps love a good resurrection or comeback. And Theresa Donovan is nothing if not resilient. In the meantime, mark your calendars for March 28. Grab your cozy blanket, some tea or whatever your go-to viewing snack is, and settle in for what promises to be a sparkling romantic escape. Jen Lilley is back, and whether it's in a palace or back in Salem someday, she's got that star power that keeps us coming back for more. What do you think? Dual fam, are you excited for a royal setting? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear all the predictions, the swoons, everything. And if you've got any favorite Jen Theresa moments, share them too. Let's keep the conversation going because moments like this remind us why we love these stories so much.